Well, hi, well, big welcome back to the channel. Well, this week it's all about getting into sunny Morocco, except we get one hell of a shock, and there's always a little mechanical issue to keep you on your toes. Well, from the majesty of the Graph Desert to this is reality. This was our little spot last night. It was fine, it was really quiet actually, in fairness. It's right beside a big leisure centre, a huge place actually. But we're going to head on today down towards the port, see some friends, and I think we're aiming to be on the boat maybe tomorrow or the day after. As we head towards Algeciras, there's any number of places you can stop and buy tickets. We like to buy ours at Carlos. It's close to the port and shopping centre, and as I recently found out, they will store your drone whilst you're in Morocco. Well, there's the rock over there. That is Gibraltar. Yep, not for us. Right, we're at Carlos. We're just going to find somebody to get parked up. It's always quite busy around here.
I'm just going in front of the gate, Phil. Nothing's coming in or out of there.
Yeah, I'll just park here.
Is he actually open though? I would say so.
He is indeed open, and within 15 minutes we have our open return ticket for €280. Well guys, good morning. Well, it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm just about to start up actually and head to the boat. Right, Izzy, have a good time for a cup of tea?
No, we're boarding now. This is unheard of.
So we've just got here. I can't believe it.
I mean, normally we sit here for hours and hours and hours, and they say you're going to sail at 8 and you maybe sail at 11, maybe. Nobody really cares.
There's not actually that many people here.
There's not.
It's very
quiet.
A lot of rain last night, so the ground is wet.
Yeah.
Oh well, we've car started. Oh my goodness, we are going. Wow. Right, here we are, it's the start of it. So just processing through at the minute.
But it looks like passport control's closed, so we might have to wait here for a bit.
Yeah, keep you posted. But I don't think we've got time for a cup of tea this morning, which is
Not sure I want to
criminal, really. Of course we're going to have a cup of tea. I think we've got time. We've probably got about 3 hours yet.
Yeah, you know what'll happen? We'll rush to get back into the cab and then we'll sit there for hours and hours and hours. Well,
it's a case of hurry up and wait right now. Now, one of the things I'm not going to do is film the whole process of how to get into Morocco. Now, I've already filmed that once, and if you're interested, then check out this video. It's in my playlist. Have a look at it, and it covers everything from the actual crossing itself, getting off the other side, the x-rays, or the x-ray process, all the documentation, where to get insurance, currency, and everything you need to know. It's pretty comprehensive, so check it out. And if you do have any questions, then give us a shout.
Have we got enough steam to get up there?
Have we got enough steam? Of course we've got enough steam.
Is it high enough?
Yeah, it's just your illusion.
I'm scarred from that time we took the Carthago up a ramp like this on that ferry across the Mediterranean and lost the arse of it coming off the top. Oh, we're all on our own up here.
Right, we're here.
Lovely morning for it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Farewell, Spain. Okay, we're just driving out of the port at the moment. We're still within the control zone, so still got to get through the scanner, customs, all that sort of stuff. So always takes a little while. But particularly as this port is so big, Tangier Med is the largest port in the African continent. And when you see it at a distance, you can really appreciate the scale of it. Well, there you go. It was all going so well. We're in the queue for the X-ray.
Along with, how many other? 70 or 80?
I don't know. Right, we're through. We are just outside security. We're in Morocco officially. I got into trouble, big time. I had a couple of police officers
Using this.
walk right up to me. They were not happy. They're really not happy. I had to delete a load of footage. I actually thought they were going to confiscate the camera. And then ever since then, the eyes have been on me. So
Yeah.
I've had to behave myself. So anyway, we're through. We've just got some insurance as well for the bike, just in case you're bringing a bike in here. The bike is actually the same price as the
Yeah,
truck.
unbelievable.
So for 3 months, it was 200 euros.
Yeah. We've actually got fully comp cover on the truck through Sterling.
Yeah.
So that's quite nice to have. Normally we just get third party at the border, but this year we're covered with them and it's included, so we were really happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're about to hit the road and head down towards Asila on the Atlantic coast. There's a little camper stop just before there that we want to check out.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that is it.
Let's go. All right, this is us for a couple of days. So we've actually come into the grounds of a hotel. We're just north of Asila. We normally stop in Asila, but Asila at the moment, it's not great, if I'm honest. It's a bit shabby. And this place got really good reviews, so we thought we'll stop here. You know, it's that thing, you get into the country, we like a couple of days just to sort ourselves out. We've got a bit of washing to do. I'm just putting some water in at the moment, actually, although the pressure is terrible. But the climate is gorgeous. I'm sitting here in a t-shirt and it really is stunning today. It isn't too warm, there's a little breeze. The beach is that way. It's only about 400 meters to a lovely beach. So I might get the paddleboard out, see how I'm fixed. I've got a couple of little jobs to do on the truck. I've got the grill to sort out. And that's sort of it. I've got a bit of video editing to do. But other than that, we're just going to sort of enjoy being somewhat civilized before we head south, head into the desert and into the mountains. We get parked up, get the clothes washing on and head to the beach for a walk with our new four-legged friends. We tie up a few loose ends on the work side before heading south the next day. Okay, it's chaos. There's Izzy going to get some bananas. Yeah, we sort of feel straight away we're getting into the Morocco we know and love. Oh, I mean, so much produce here, fresh produce, and we love it for that. Well, it's pretty kinetic here. It's there's lots happening, and you just have to sort of take that approach, really. Just pull in where there's a space, and people just drive around you. They're just so used to it. You couldn't imagine doing this in Europe. Oh, here she comes. We have bananas.
We have bananas, but he would only give me a kilo. I said I only wanted 5.
That's all right.
They're fine, actually. Lovely bananas.
Go on then. A minute. So there's, what's 7 or 8 bananas there.
Yeah.
How much?
That was 15 dirham. So I'm just going to have to work that out because I'm still trying to get my head into how much is how much.
Okay.
€1.40.
Okay. Hold on.
So what you'd pay probably in Lidl, actually.
Well, that's our prices.
Yeah, but I don't mind paying that.
Right, I'm just trying to get out. There's vehicles. Right,
All right,
let's
now.
go, let's go, let's go. Right. Sadly, one thing that hasn't changed is the levels of rubbish strewn everywhere. Well, it isn't the desert, it isn't the mountains, it isn't the beach. It is a garage forecourt, and this is where we've ended up today, and this is reality once again, but it's okay. It's level. There is a road there and there's a train line actually beyond that, so not ideal, but that is the way it is sometimes. But it's okay for one night. We drove a few hours today and the roads were a mix, to be honest with you. There was some good roads but some bad roads, some terrible sort of villages in terms of holes and, you know, navigating through traffic. That's just the way it is in Morocco. I quite enjoy it actually, but you know, after a while, after a few hours, we said, right, let's stop. This is it. And this is kind of what it's like. Certainly in northern Morocco, it's pretty busy. You can't just stop anywhere. This is tonight's stop. We'll head on tomorrow. We'll head south tomorrow and hopefully into the mountains and go from there. Well guys, good morning. Well, I've got to confess, it was not the best night's sleep. The trains kept going till about midnight. Started again about 5 o'clock this morning. There's a little bit of road noise, but you know, and we should know better. We really should, but you know, you make your choices and all that. We're going to head south this morning. Quite a big hop today actually. We're going to drive probably about 4 hours, which is the maximum really that we like to sort of drive in any one day. And hopefully it's a nice quiet little spot beside the lake. Fingers crossed. So let's get on the road. Well, it hasn't been a bad drive today. We're pretty high at the minute. We're at about 1900 meters. It's pretty chilly. We did just stop for lunch actually. There's a little smattering of snow on the ground here and there. Nothing to really speak of.
It's cold up here.
It is cold. Yeah, it is cold. And but I think we're only about 15 minutes from our overnight stop. Hopefully, it's going to be quiet. Right, I've just pulled in because we've actually lost the retarder. It stopped working. And I've just literally just sort of switched it on, switched it off, had a little play about in the stock, and it's not working. So even though it's not part of the primary braking system, it's really key, particularly in these mountainous areas, that we try and get it fixed again. I'm not sure what's happened. But obviously it's pretty critical because we travel wet at 15 tons. We're in the mountains, and even though the braking system is working fine, we haven't got the capacity to scrub off that speed when going downhill, and that's what a retarder does. It saves your brakes and it prevents brake fade, basically the brakes from getting too hot. And yeah, it's just one of those little things, one of those little annoyances that, you know, you don't even think about it until you don't have it, and then it's an issue. So I think what we're going to do is just carry on, get to our destination, and go from there. Go then, Izzy. What's the weather tomorrow?
It's snowing. Would you believe?
No, I don't believe it.
Seriously, overnight tonight. Hang on, I need to put my glasses on because I can't actually see. 3 centimetres of snow overnight tonight, down to -2 at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
I don't believe you. Seriously.
Seriously, 2 degrees is the warmest it's going to be all day tomorrow.
Yeah, I get the temperature, but not the snow.
And then Monday's quite nice, 10 degrees, but -3 on Sunday night, and then it's snowing again on Wednesday, 5 centimetres.
Seriously? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll be well south by then, I think.
Yeah.
I think we need to be well south by then.
Well, we have found a fantastic little park up for the night. It really is gorgeous. It's right beside the lake. It is chilly. We're still at over 2,000 meters. There's still a little bit of snow about. And yeah, I checked the forecast and it is going to snow tomorrow apparently. We'll wait and see. I'm not too bothered here. This is sandy, pretty free draining, so there's no issue. I think we're going to spend a couple of days here actually because we really like the spot. It's lovely. It is pretty fresh, but yeah, this is what it's about for us. finding these spots and just sort of sitting here for a day or two and just enjoying it. We've just been out for a walk actually, which is lovely, so I'm just about to go and make a cup of tea. So I've just had a message back from Jack, the mechanic who normally services this at Drury's Vehicle Services in Norfolk. He's a really, really good guy, and he's happy for me to ring him when I've got a problem. So Jack, thank you so much, honestly. And this is regarding the retarder. So I told him all the issues with it, and he's come back and sort of said, look, I think it's this. So he's given me a really good steer. He sent me an image where this little linkage is, and he said, I think that's it. So I'm going to get the mat out. It's quite sandy here, so I'll get the mat out, I'll crawl under, I'll have a look, and then hopefully we'll go from there. Well, I don't believe it. I can actually see where the problem area is. I can actually see just here. I don't know if you can see on camera if I can get close enough, but this here is basically has popped off. So it's a bit awkward. So I'm going to have to put the camera down and try and get in there and clip that back in. But if it's as simple as that, oh my god, I'm going to be absolutely delighted. It does suggest that I should maybe wire it on, so I'll have a look at it, see how it pops on, and I've got some wire actually, so we'll go from there. Right, well I think I've sorted the problem. I've no idea how that came off. Absolutely no idea, because I just couldn't actually put it back into place again. I thought it might have just been worn, you know, the little knuckle might have been worn, the little ball joint, but absolutely not. I had to get my socket set out, undo the bolt, sort of shimmy it down the bush, and then basically sort of slide it back over again into position, tighten it back up again, and I didn't feel the need to have to wire it up. So I'm hoping that's sorted. I'll know straight away as soon as I sort of drive off. We'll sort of find out. So yeah, one of those little mysteries with vehicles and trucks. There's always something with these things, and here we are. We're in Morocco. It had to happen when we're in Morocco. You know, this is the way of things now. We're out of Europe. Not that, you know, they've got trucks over here and certainly got man trucks over here. There's MAN dealerships over here. So if you're really, really stuck, you know, you can always sort of go there, try and get the parts, and you know, that's the way of it really. So you sort of take your chances for these trucks, and that's just the nature of it. I don't think it matters really if it's an old truck, a new truck, you know, whether it's 50 years old or 3 years old. Yeah, they've all got their own little issues. So right, let's get back inside because it's really, really chilly here now. Sun's starting to go down, and you can feel the little nip in the air. Okay, tonight is movie night. The lights are down, the screen is on, we're going crazy. We've got a cup of tea and an orange. Izzy, what are we watching?
Gladiator 2.
Boop, boop. Come on then. Oh guys, good morning. Well, we're just lying here actually listening to the wind and the snow. So if I know you can't really see anything at the minute, so I'm just going to spin the camera around, open the blind.
Oh, we can't see anything either.
And there we go. So I'm just going to get up in a moment and have a look outside and sort of see what's happening. So we've just sort of checked actually, because we had no signal this morning with a Starlink. So Izzy just checked actually, and there's a little feature on there for snow melt, and it is actually on. But I think what's probably happened is it's quite a lot of snow's fallen, and it probably is working overtime right now. So I might have to go out and clear it, and then hopefully that feature will just keep it cleared throughout. I don't know, first time we've used it, so
we're not sure because we're on the Starlink's on 12 watts, so I don't know how effective it will be.
Look at that picture of beauty this morning lying there.
Thank you, darling. Too kind.
So yeah, okay. So
it's a tea and toast morning, I think.
It is. So we'll keep you posted with regards to the whole Starlink thing and how it's performing. I mean, we're in for a little bit more snow up until about lunchtime today. So we'll keep you posted. So I'm quite keen to get out there and have a look.
Make a snowman.
And yeah, see how much snow is actually falling. Yeah, okay. Oof, bloody hell. Okay. So this is one of the brilliant things about this box. It is so thermally efficient. I mean, obviously we've got these really big panels. So we went to bed last night. It was 21.1 degrees. It's now 17.7 degrees. So in 8.5 hours, you can sort of work that out. So that's only sort of dropped sort of 4 degrees. And obviously it's -2 outside this morning. And I think that's quite remarkable actually. So no heating on overnight whatsoever. And so to get up to that, I think is brilliant to start with. I have actually just put the heater on. So, and that's the thing with the box, the minute you introduce any kind of heat, and that could even just be sort of boiling a pan of water, or you know, the heater on for 10 minutes, it just gets up the temperature and then just stays there for the rest of the day. And it's one of the things that we're actually loving about the box, and we're hoping in the summer the opposite happens. So we'll put the air conditioning on, and hopefully, you know, we'll keep the blinds down, keep the sun out, and hopefully it'll maintain that sort of cooler temperature throughout. We'll keep you posted. Right, Izzy just shouted to me. Go on then, Izzy.
Yeah, we're online with Starlink, so obviously the dish is now clear of snow, and I can look at the internet and read the news.
Yeah.
So that's good news, seeing as we're going to be stuck here today.
Ooh, okay. Wow. Yeah. It's not wide out, but yeah. Yeah, I must admit, it's bleak enough. Oh my god. Yeah, I think there's probably about 7-8 centimeters. Oh, maybe a bit more in places. Wow. Right, well, we're definitely not going anywhere today. I think we're going to haul up here, and hopefully there's a better visibility tomorrow. There might be a bit of snow on the road, but I need to drop off this mountain in the next sort of 36 to 48 hours.
You're on breakfast making duty.
I am on tea and toast making duty this morning. Sunday morning we always have tea and toast. How's that?
That's really good.
Good.
Thank you. Bit of a PJ day today.
Yeah.
Quite looking forward to it actually.
Yeah, it's quite nice hauling up sometimes.
Mm.
And sure enough, about midday, it stopped snowing, so I take the opportunity to clear the steps. Well guys, it is nearly 7:30 in the evening, and as you can see, most of the snow has actually melted away, which is great. Hopefully the main roads will be clear, certainly by tomorrow morning, and we'll have a free run south. But yeah, I mean, it's a gorgeous evening all the same. You can sort of see it here. There's a little bit of blue sky here and there. I don't think there's any more snow forecast tonight, so that's it. So right now Izzy's actually in cooking dinner, and I think we're going to pour a little glass of wine and have a little chill for the evening, ready for a big drive tomorrow morning. Well guys, good morning. Well, we have a truly gorgeous morning this morning. We've got the blue sky. We've still got a little bit of snow about, but it's almost gone, so there's no issue there. And we're just sitting having a bit of breakfast, cup of tea, talking about the name of the truck.
Oh yes.
And we've had the biggest response actually, and some really innovative, thinking outside the box names that have made us laugh out loud, which has been so much fun actually. So we're at the point of really having to decide what we're going to go with.
Call him. We know he's a he.
And
Tonka was definitely female.
I was going to say we could call it Tonka, but we've had a Tonka, and Tonka was Tonka.
Martin, the guy we met in South Africa, do you remember up at Guidari? Yeah. He suggested Tonka too, but like one word.
Yeah.
Which I quite like, but it doesn't feel quite right.
No.
Does Tonka's new owner call her Tonka? I think he does actually.
I don't know actually, I don't know. So, yeah.
Eddie says truculent.
Yeah, we're not going to go through all the names now because there's so many. We might do that at a later date.
I wondered if he was referring to me.
Yeah, I know. One actually, a friend of ours, Jack, said, I thought this was quite funny. Amanda. So, because there's M-A-N in there. So, cheers, Jack.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. So, anyway, I think we're down to crunch time, so we are going to make a decision.
We are. Which is what?
I don't know yet. I'll have my tea and then we'll decide. Well, we've got a spectacular morning this morning. I'll pan the camera around. I won't put it into the sun, but just to give you an idea of what we're getting this morning. I'll stop there, otherwise you're just going to get the sun, but it's just glorious here. It's quiet now, but oh my god, we had barking dogs last night. So as idyllic as the natural location is, the dogs, I actually went out by 3:30 in the morning, gave them a shout. We had one here, there's one further up the hill a bit, there was another one over there, and they were just setting each other off, and they obviously came alive for whatever reason, and we thought we were back in Georgia or Armenia. That's what it was like. And the night before obviously it was snowing, so I think they were just hunkering down. So last night wasn't a good night's sleep, so definitely feeling a little bit sort of rough this morning. But then you wake up to this and think, wow, this is just fabulous. So we've got the walking shoes on. We're just going to go for a little walk around the lake, and there's a sort of a jetty down here actually as well, so go for a little explore, and then I think we're going to head on. Right, moment of truth. Does a retarder work? Yes! Of course it works. Oh, that is such a relief actually. I didn't have any doubts that it wasn't going to work because I think it was pretty evident that was a problem. So yeah, great news.
Beautiful morning.
Yeah.
That would be a good spot up there. See where the road goes then.
Yeah. Well, we are having the most spectacular drive through the mountains today. Still a bit of snow about, but as we sort of drop, it's slowly disappearing, but it's just fabulous. And you can see ahead, there is, on the mountains, the higher mountains, there is a mountain of snow. I don't know if you can see it actually in camera, but right in front of us we've got the high Atlas Mountains. So we've basically dropped off or we're transiting really from the mid-Atlas mountains across the high Atlas, and there is a huge amount of snow on those high Atlas mountains. It's really quite impressive. But this has been a really spectacular drive today. You've got these gorgeous sort of rich reds from the earth, the contrast against all the snow on the high Atlas, and it really is a picture. There's not much traffic on the road either, which is, it just adds to the pleasure of the drive. And we haven't got that far to go to a stop actually, so it was an easy drive today. Just up here somewhere is a little overnight spot.
Can we get level?
Yeah. Right, just stepped outside. It is windy. We just did a little weather check, and it's going to be extremely windy later part of tonight into tomorrow, and we are right at the top of the mountain, so we're going to actually head down the hill 10 minutes, hopefully into a flat. I think it's still quite exposed, but it's not at the top of the mountain, so I think it'll make a difference, so that's the plan. Well, this is our little spot for tonight. It's absolutely fabulous. There's not a cloud in the sky. The sun is shining, although the sun's about to go down. It's still chilly, even though I'm stood here in a t-shirt. It's pretty cool. Still a bit of snow on the mountains, but there's no dogs about, so hopefully we're in for a quiet night. We are going to move on tomorrow morning because we're actually parked on the edge of a dry riverbed, or on a dry riverbed, and there's a lot of rain forecast here tomorrow evening, so I think we'll just do one night and then head on in the morning.
I'm just looking at the weather for tonight for here. I don't think we can stay for another night because it's forecast to snow and get really windy. It's a shame because it's been such a good stop.
Yeah. Guys, morning.
Morning.
Well, we had such a good night here last night. It was blissfully quiet. It was incredible. I mean, you actually said this morning it was too quiet.
It was almost too quiet. We'd had 2 nights successively of barking dogs. What was an amazing stop, and we would have stayed longer but for the barking dogs.
Yeah.
So when you find somewhere where there aren't dogs or people, it's a real treat.
Yeah, but it's a gorgeous morning out there, which is great. And it's one of those things, so we sort of stopped up top of the hill last night, or yesterday, thinking we were going to stop there. And sometimes you have these sort of preconceived, right, we're stopping there, but then you get there,
it's not quite right.
It's not quite right, and then you move on, and you just sort of find somewhere. Yeah. But this place tomorrow, this evening, it's going to rain. There's really, really heavy rain for about 36 hours here.
And quite a lot of wind as well.
And we're on this riverbed, so, bit of common sense really. We're not going to park here, so we'll move on. And
I think after having that snow, we're really craving a bit of sunshine now and some heat. And although it's a gorgeous day, it's not actually very warm. So I think we want to just push on further south really, so we can get our shorts out. Yeah. That'd be a bit of a novelty. I don't think I wore shorts last year at all. No.
Well, I was working on the truck, so.
But it just wasn't hot enough in the UK last year for shorts, was it?
No, so anyway, that's it. We're just having a bit of breakfast. Yeah. Cup of tea. And I think we're going to get on the road. We like to sort of get on the road quite quickly actually in the morning.
We're morning travellers, definitely not afternoon travellers. I like to be where I'm going to be by sort of mid-afternoon really. I hate that feeling of running around at 5:30, 6 o'clock as it's getting dark, trying to find somewhere to spend the night. So we're always quite well prepared.
Yeah, no, I quite like that. Yeah. So. Right, but right now, it's all about the Odebix this morning. Oh. And banana.
The final supplies.
So, yeah, I need to lose these chins somehow.
Have a good day, guys, whatever you're doing.
Well guys, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for all the support on the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and catch us next week as we hit the desert.